Hi there. Have you ever gotten a design that when you're stitching it out in your embroidery machines, whether it be your 10 needle or whether it be a single needle or a 6 needle, and it's actually got those spots that are really thick and you kind of, you can tell your machine's kind of struggling and you get that bad vibe that, this is kind of a dense design, or that you have puckering, that you use the right stabilizer, you've used the right prep for your fabric, but you still just have that puckering around the edge and you go, man, I really wish I could just fix this. I'm going to jump on here and I'm going to show you how I use the density repair kit within Embrilliance. I know it's not one of the most popular of their actual, Embrilliance is a series of modules and you buy just the modules that you want or need. Took me a while to buy it because there were other things I wanted. Started with essentials, then I actually wanted the fonts, and then I wanted the stitch artist. But can I tell you that I wish I had known then what I know now about density repair kit, and that I had actually purchased that right after I got essentials. I'm going to share my screen here and I'm going to show you what the density repair kit will do for you so that you can have an idea of just what a valuable tool this actually is. So it's prevented puckering of designs. It's prevented all kinds of things. So I'm on here. Let me move myself out of the way here as much as I can. I have a design here, one that I got from Creative Fabrica. It's just a gingerbread man for the holidays and looks pretty good. If I come down here and I look down here where my stitch count is, it'll tell you that there's 30,556 stitches on this design. But are there some unnecessary stitches underneath that might be causing bulk and that density that we don't necessarily like in our designs? The first way that I use the density repair kit, which just so you know, this icon right here is what will remove it. This is another very helpful project advisor that I'm going to show you how to use. But the first thing that I do when I actually open a design is I come in here and I use this little map called a density map. If I click on it once, it brings up and it shows me the denseness of my stitches. This layout is what I like to call, I live on the East Coast, so we have a lot of weather events here, whether they be hurricanes or snowstorms. And if you think in that mindset of a weather map and the severity of the issues that you're going to encounter start at light blue and they go all the way up into the red. So I can come in here and I can see the red areas or the yellow and orange areas that might be my problem areas. All of the blue areas, they're good. They're not going to be too dense. They're not going to have opportunities for me to improve this design. If I click that button a second time, this is what I've heard multiple people call this different things. It reminds me of actually an X-ray, where I can actually see through my design and see the stitches. And where I have the darker areas is where I'm going to have what was the red on the other map. That's going to be where I have maybe an opportunity to improve this design a little bit and not have it so dense in those areas. Why would I want to do this? First of all, the obvious thing, thread. The less stitches I have, the less thread I'm going to use. But the other thing is, I don't want my embroidery design to be so dense and overstitched that it's hard, or that it is starts puckering around the edges, maybe around his arms here where I've got the red. So how can I fix that? Let me turn this off and get us back to our design. Because we've noticed that around the edges, we have some opportunities for improvement. So this button right here will remove the unnecessary stitches that cause it to be overly dense in those areas. So pay attention down here. Like I said, we've got 30,556 stitches right here. If I come in here and I hit this button, it's going to go through and it's going to clean this up. And as you can see, it's removed about 1,000 stitches. Now I'm down to 29,191. Doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're stitching this out, it does make a difference in the quality of your finished product. But there's one other thing that I use that is very critical when I'm using the density repair kit, and that is this little project advisor, this little question mark. I come in here, and when I click this, it will tell me down here what type of fabric I'm using. The default for this design was a cotton poly. But what if I'm going to stitch this out on canvas? And then I want to say that the canvas is a heavyweight canvas and it has no stretch. Or what if it's a canvas and it's a lightweight canvas? I can come in here and customize exactly what I have here. What if this is silk and it's a lightweight and it has a lot of stretch? I can then come in here and set this, and will come in, and when I hit the density repair kit, it will customize my stitches. As you can see down here, with it being a stretchy lightweight silk, it changed my stitches to 27,344, much less than the original 30,000 plus that we started with when it thought this was going to be stitched on a cotton poly. So I use the project advisor, the density repair kit, and the density map to help me improve the as finished stitch out quality of my design. Now, if I come in here, you'll see that I still have a few little spots of red, but those long areas around here and around there are now gone. I just have a few little spots. I'm not going to be able to fix every one of those little overlays, but this is a high quality digitized design. This was a small design, but let me jump over here and see. So let's look at this design as an option. This is a very dense design. We can see that pretty much from, first of all, the detail in this, but also if you come down here, you can see I have 102,927 stitches. Right here, it tells me that. So if I come in here and I pick my project advisor, I always set that first. And this one, it's gonna be, say, a cotton poly, and it's going to be a medium weight with a little bit of stretch. So I'm going to set my project. If I'm doing it on, say, canvas or maybe a towel, I'm going to use the appropriate project advisor. Then when I come in here and I hit the clean up stitches, I say it looks like a vacuum cleaner. It removed over 1,000 stitches. It took me down to 101,127 stitches. That's a lot of stitches to be removed it's going to help in the puckering, the number of places. If we look here at our density map now, we have a few areas of red. Red's not going to be completely unavoidable, but 1,000 stitches out of a design, that's substantial. So every time I do a design, I don't care who my designer is. I don't care if it's one of my go-to favorites or whether it's a brand new digitizer I've never used before. I always pull it into Embrilliance and I always send it through the density repair kit, making sure that I've aligned it with the right project material that I'm going to be using, because I want to set myself up for the best opportunity for success in this stitching out. And by making sure that I have it set up correctly with the minimal amount of stitches, but still have a high quality stitch out, is going to set me up for success when I go to my embroidery machine. Again, doesn't matter whether it's a single needle or a multi-needle. I send all of my designs through this step, and then I send it over to my machine. I hope this has helped explain a little bit about what the density repair kit is, how I use it, and how it can actually improve the final stitch out quality of your designs if I had gotten this module second behind Essentials, man, I would have made my life so much easier on some of the projects. But again, we live and learn, and I'm hoping that this can help you guys see the value of this module within Essentials. Thanks.